craziest thing. I got to tell you this, Jeff, because I hope this gives a shout out to you.
Yeah.
Is I had one client that wasn't doing well. Like their ads, I was creating templates and all this stuff. Here's a few things I've got some from spending. It's minimal compared to other people, but like probably $25,000 on this one very sub niche of like figuring out of like, doing this. I learned a couple things. One is I had some person that wasn't getting results, and I was like, man, I don't know what to do. Like everybody else is crushing it. And all of a sudden I'm on Facebook, no joke. I'm scrolling and I see this like big yellow background with it said something like agency owners use one script to do whatever thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, that's so to the point. And it was Jeff. I was like, holy shit, it's Jeff. Like, oh man. And I was like, so then I went to your Facebook ads library, and sure enough, it's all this like color background with just straight up, this is the thing. And I was like, I got nothing to lose. Craziest thing. I went in and I just literally put $67 postpartum assessment for local, whatever town women dealing with these things. Book now.
It was just literally, let's just say yellow ad, black text.
Yep. Purple background I found works best for the female market for this. White text. $67 postpartum assessment for town women dealing with these things. Crushed every other ad I had. Crushed it. Like leads came in left and right. Like I had to turn all the other ones off because they weren't producing. And this one just like leads. And so then I added it to all the other campaigns.
Yeah.
To this day, it is about 60% of campaigns, the best performing ad.
It's crazy, right?
Just the words. No. So then I was like, this is so dope. I don't have to do any creative. I don't need to hire a creative person. Like I don't need to do this. Then the other thing I tested, because I got curious and it made me question like what's going on. And this might be for anybody else. And I don't have data that this is like across the board, but what I've seen is I started to think, okay, well, what's the issue? And I started just really studying ads again. I was looking at them and I was like, text is just like preview text is just like getting smaller and smaller and smaller. The headline is getting harder for me to like understand what's going on. And now they've removed the text limit. It used to be 20% text and images back in the day.
Now Facebook is like, whatever you want, give me money.
Yeah. And I was like, there's no real estate to just tell people what the offer is. And that's the only real estate we really get. And so then I was like, interesting. What if I combine the two? What if I had an image with a banner with the offer on it?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, what if I do that with video? And so I got into Canva. Canva has these super cool, like 15-second, 10 to like minute long video clips that you can use. And for pelvic health in particular, where people are like, well, what the hell is this? I have to get naked, or people like touching me in weird places. I found this really cool one of this lady just like essentially like palpating hip bones and like doing this stuff, and they're clothed and on a table, it looks comfortable.
Like kind of thing.
Yeah. And so it's just this like 15-second clip, by far the second best performing outside of color background with just the thing. But I've just found the power of being able to visually add in the offer in your image has way outperformed just regular images. It's been wild of like, you broke my brain on like the offer's got to be front and center of what it is. And once I've done that, so I share that just because I had to give a shout out to you. Like it was
appreciate it.
Insane how easy that was.
It's been like a crazy journey because like in this stage, I'm just simplifying everything and focusing less on, like I saw everybody on stage, like making their millions, stuff like that. And then like 30 days later, they're calling me saying, how come I have no money? I'm like, you got $1 million. They're like, yeah, but we spend it all on getting clients. I'm like, what? No, dude, stop spending all that money. Like make your business stupid simple. And then I'm like, I wonder how stupid simple I can make my business. And now for all of our clients, we don't even request Facebook ads, Facebook page to their account, or we don't request anything from them. It's the same ad for everybody. And the ad is literally just the offer, nothing else. We don't even have like copy anymore.
I saw some of your new ones. Just download this. I loved it.
That's what my client getting ads look like.
Yeah.
And that's what my customer getting ads look like. And like, I think like at a deep level, the closer we can get the offer to the customer, the more we know if the offer works. If it's like, we're looking at like cost per click and cost per view and scrolling and percentages, and then we've got all this copy in the way, like that is a very false flag or false positive. Yeah. But if it's just this, and that's what they're saying, then we know we need to change this. So if your ads don't work, it's not the 67 is probably too much or too little. Let's change it to 49 or 97 or 119. So with our dentists, like what we're doing now is like every 2 weeks, we adjust the pricing. Too many leads, push it up. 2 leads, we push it down. They get it. They're on board. They think it's awesome. And it's like the easiest conversation I've ever had. And I'm super happy that I got the opportunity to break your brain, because it sounds like that is a big like moment in your agency journey, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, outside of like, it's just been, how do we make it as, I just want to make it as repeatable as possible, like you said, and really learning from you and your recent stories or posts about, you know, breaking everything down and like starting over was really empowering to me. And it's, I think for a lot of people, if you're listening, it's like the power of your own story is really, really helpful for people to want to work with you. Like, I'd already been working with Jeff and knew Jeff, but even to hear that again, I was like, man, if I were going to invest in a bigger program again, I know where I'd go. Like, that's real. That's what I feel like. It's not, hey, I just hit another 9 jillion X a year. And my, you know, I'm like, cool, man. I can't relate to that. Like, I don't, you know, like we do well, but I'm not like, I don't need a Lambo and I don't need all this stuff. Like, I just really want something simple. And so I just a huge shout out to you, Jeff, for being willing to share that, man.